Welcome back to the Death Curse. This is session number 12 entitled Red Eyes. Last session, choices were made, decisions were had, things happened, which involved one person getting thrown off a cliff to the rocky waters of the sea below, and another person willingly jumping off after him. Um, the others succeeded gratefully and did a lot of cool stuff and traveled on deeper into the jungle after parting ways with Azuka, or Azaka rather, who took the wounded remaining living members of the crew of the Narwhal back up to Port Castigliar. After some traveling, they found a waterway and strange source for the waterway, a skull head. As they approached, they saw across the stream or small waterway there that there was another group of adventurer types, apparently a Cholton druid type with a plant walking around with him. And Andy, go ahead and describe your character.
So my character does the Tritons have scales?
I mean, your call. Do what you want.
Sure, he has scale type things. He's kind of greenish. Um he's heavily armored, chainmail, a shield. He has a trident. His skin. So he's got blue skin and maybe let's say greenish hair.
Sounds good. He looks like a fightery type, and then the shadowy figure that you saw in the background last time just appears to be a Cholton kind of warrior type. As you see them, you also saw that the eyes of the skeleton face in the cliff started to glow bright red and started to seep out redness. These blobs of red and black stone start to kind of dribble down onto the stone and start to form puddles, decently sized puddles on the ground. It looks like the leader of the group on the opposite side, who Andy you know is named Kawasha, is looking at the situation hesitantly, but it looks like he is preparing himself for combat. And I believe that's where we ended off last time, so we'll go ahead and just start right in the mix of it. Let's roll some dice. Initiative.
Baby.
Coming in hot. Last place so far.
Oh yeah. It
Step forward.
says that you wanted to send the result to the tracker, but no valid token.
You gotta click on your token.
I did. There we
So
go.
just go with whatever. Yeah. Do, do, do.
I have a +1 dex, so whoever is also a 5. Oh, that 20's.
Why did that 20? Oh, that's weird. You should have 5 and they should have 20.
Oh, everything's closed. Hold on.
I fixed it. Everybody's on the table, right? Oh, except Hackenstone. And Kawasha. Okay. Okay, perfect. Alright, so you see these things start to form kind of humanoid like postures. Subtly human. If you've ever seen the Star Trek The Next Generation episode, um, Skin of Evil, you kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. Would be the episode where Tasha Yar dies. Basically, they're kind of glowing, kind of magma-like creatures that have descended down onto the stone, and they're kind of moving idly in the directions of the two groups. And as they start off first, you are confused to see this one here closest to the water dive into the water and then seemingly move very quickly down the water, much quicker than you assume it would normally move, or it was moving when it was on the ground. As it does, you see the water kind of sizzle on the top and kind of bubble, and steam start to rise in kind of like a pattern, almost like a train moving across the countryside. And then it plops out onto the ground, out of the water, still slightly dull red, and starts to move around to the back of the group. And this one will assault. No one. It looks like it's preparing itself. The other one moves straight for the other group and attacks this guy. And misses. The guard kind of dodging to the side. All right. One Eye, you see the situation unfolding as it is. What would you like to do?
So after it moved through the water, does its body seem like it's more hard, or is it still very like magma?
Didn't look like it had much effect on it whatsoever.
Okay, in this case, I'm just gonna hide behind some big, strong men over here, and then let's loose an arrow just to kind of get a feel for these things.
Okay.
24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
5 piercing.
Okay. And this is a magical longbow. All right. You watch as the arrow blows a hole out through it and kind of leaves like an empty gap where it hit, maybe probably about tennis ball size, just straight there. It seems to kind of trying to be filling in, but instead of being bright red in its core, it kind of solidifies to a solid kind of charcoaly kind of black rock color. All right. Tor.
I'm gonna fly straight up on my broomstick and shoot this guy, the same one he just hit with full.
Okay.
Save 13.
All right. And that's a wisdom. Okay. Fails. So roll a d12. Wait, what level are you guys right now?
4.
5.
Oh, we're 5?
Yeah, we just hit 5.
Oh, are we all 5? Am I 5 too?
Should have started it. Hold on a second.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
5. Got it. I'm 5.
Yeah. Okay, so roll 2d12.
7 total.
This is necrotic damage.
Yeah.
It seems to kind of take hold. The bell tolls above it, and the necrotic energy kind of springs through it, spattering kind of hot rock on the ground, which slowly kind of cools pretty quickly, and kind of forms stone that's very similar to the loose stone out and about the waterway. Kind of
We are full. I'm dumb. I have an extra attack, but I messed it up. Next time.
Okay. But like the gobbets of this liquid that hit the ground kind of very quickly cool to like soft stone. All right. You see Kawasha on the other side. He isn't going to attack directly, and the only spell he has that is at ranged is Produce Flame. So you see him ignite fire in his hand and cast it at the creature. It hits it. It seems to resist, but it does appear to do some damage to it. However, hold on.
Red shirt.
It seems that it kind of like starts to cause it to bubble and boil itself, like it's kind of overheated. And as that happens, this creature just doubles in size immediately.
Oh, shit.
Way to go, Kawasha.
The guard
Neat.
who's standing before him as it's happening kind of like, oh, it kind of just spills out onto him and basically burns like his upper body completely off.
Like a Terminator.
Yeah. Oh, oops, wrong one.
Nope. Board the play.
I apologize. The creature splits in half because the guard's so hot. No, he dead though.
Wow.
In response to that, the little plant creature withdraws. We'll go ahead and disengage behind Kawasha. It appears to be pretty scared. All right, Zach.
We're gonna have to do something about that big one.
Action economy. Take care of the little one first.
He's so far away.
It's okay. All right. Voices in my head.
You don't know those. You don't know those people.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
You know me.
Yeah. I'm going to bonus action Shield of Faith on that Kawasha fella, because he seems like he's going to need it.
Okay. All right.
+2 AC.
As
And
go
go ahead.
I was gonna say, as the shield appears around him, he kind of looks over to you, kind of gives you a nod, and focuses back on the magma creature.
And I suppose bonus action as a leveled spell, and then cantrip is acceptable, right?
Yes.
Cool, thank you. And Toll the Dead, because that seemed to work on the one marked close to us. So
Yep. He the bell appears above him, and you can kind of see like the loose stone from when the arrow hole hit, kind of like pulsing out with kind of black stone. You then see the creature kind of look up at the bell, and then look towards its chest with this weird head appendage, no eyes, and the black stone kind of just pops out of it like the head of a zit and slams on the ground with a heavy thunk and a steamy kind of on the sand. The bell doesn't take effect.
got it.
All right.
That'll be turn.
Chody. Muted.
Muted? Can you hear me?
No.
There you are.
Okay. Rage. And then reckless attack. When I
Okay.
move up, then reckless.
Okay.
18 on the first one.
Hold on a second.
Oh, you're gonna splash him.
All right. Damage.
8. 9, 10.
All right. As you hit it, hot slag slams onto your lizard scales and kind of brushes against your cheek, and you can feel the intense heat from the creature as it splashes against your maul. As you draw the hammer back, it glows with like a red incandescence, as if you were basically heating a weapon in a forge. You're in the heat. You have a second attack at this point.
I'm going to swing.
Nice.
24.
Oh, beautiful.
Damage.
12, 13, 14. And is that damaged half because I'm raging, or is that
No.
not count for this?
What's your totem, or what's your
Bear.
Oh yeah, you I believe ignore or resist everything but psychic. So
Yep.
So you'll take a total of 8
5.
from the 2 fires. So you're basically, used to the kitchen heat, and the stones kind of cooling on you and falling off, or kind of setting inside of your scales and kind of embedding in between one or two of them. This creature, when you hit it that second time, a large lump of it kind of slagged off and flew to the sand and kind of just splattered across it, and is starting to cool in a strange pattern on the ground. All right. Okay, Chorus, you're on the opposite side. The one that you have engaged, looks like Kawasha has made a dire mistake. It's definitely doubled in size. You do see that the other group on the opposite side seems to be faring well against theirs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna say to Kawasha, no, you know what? Fuck it. How hurt does the other one look on the other side?
It's pretty messed up, but there's really no way to tell
Yeah,
what
I
with it
understand.
not having an enemy.
That's fine. I'm gonna hope that the others come quickly to my aid, and I'm gonna step forward.
Okay.
And I'm going to, let's see, I'll use one of my features. So I have advantage on my attack.
Okay. So, just for flavor's sake, the fighting spirit ability for the samurai class kind of harkens back to old third edition ability called Kiai Shout. So they kind of let out like a "Hurrah!" and then slam into the attack or what have you. But entirely up to
Nice.
you. But
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that, but yeah, sure, why not?
you all see that this Triton man slams at the target after releasing a warrior's cry.
18 to hit.
Right, that'll hit. And
So 6 piercing. And then I do my second.
okay, real quick, you gain 5 temporary hit points after the action to use Fighting Spirit. Then you hit it, and then it splashes 7 fire damage back on you, so you'll take a net of 2 damage.
So it splashes even with a piercing attack, not just a bludgeoning attack, any attack.
All of the melee attacks. Yep.
All those melee attacks. Okay. Right. So I will use my extra
Hit.
3 to hit. 9 damage.
Let me double check something. Okay. All right, only 1 point of fire on that.
Nice.
All right, good deal. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna pray to my whatever god I believe in.
All right. The one fighting against Rusk will attack. 10 probably misses. And the one attacking Chorus will attack. 22 probably hits. You're going to be taking a total of 26 points of damage. It basically kind of lifts up, and you can see like parts of the Cholton guard still stuck in its arms and body as it lifts its huge, massive pseudopods above its head and slams down. It doesn't directly hit you, but the force of its blow does kind of cause your leg to kind of buckle a bit, and the heat of the flame is definitely unbearable. All right. One eye.
All right. Doesn't seem like these things are too terribly difficult to hit, so I'm gonna let Raptor Jesus take the wheel and do a sharp shot at this guy that we've been.
Yep.
17.
It's -5 for +10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't roll damage, not necessary. And where's your dice? Why isn't it showing me your roll? I believe you. All right.
Came
So
up as a 17.
okay, you take the shot. It hits it kind of in the core area, and it kind of causes a large cooling portion of rock in the center. You saw that that's kind of where it seems its core was, and you kind of basically knock the back of it out and cause like a large amount of like heated shale to kind of pop out the back. The thing kind of just starts splurting and falling to the ground. And Rusk takes 6 more points of fire damage.
Is that correct, or should it be 6?
Half.
Got it.
Man. Is this thing dead? The first one?
Yeah, I'm trying to put an X on it, but it was at the bottom of the screen, so I couldn't get the.
Can I take my second shot on the large one?
Do you ignore concealment?
With sharpshooter, I believe so.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Yeah, you'd have a line on it.
Yeah, my range attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Yeah, half cover is what I'm looking for. So, yep, take the shot.
Only a 10.
All right. That'll miss. So the arrow kind of goes wide. It kind of hits at the creature, but it seems to hit kind of like the darker stone and bounces off. And that arrow is broken. All right.
All right.
Tor. You're 30 feet up, and you're kind of like right at where the copse of trees would be kind of blocking you to be able to go up any further. However, you can move across so long as your line of path does not move into any of those bushes, because those bushes kind of are representative for me as to where the trees are.
Okay. I'm going to go up about, say, 10 more feet and move over.
If you go up 10 feet, you are going
this way along the way.
Oh, okay.
I'll move over and then up. Yeah. And I'm going to yell over to the fish thing and the other guy to take a step back. I'm curious and want to see something. And as I pull out a notebook, I'm preparing a spell. So as soon as no one's adjacent to it, I'm casting a spell.
Okay. Kawasha kind of looks over to the dragon born on a broom, holds his staff. As a bonus action, will cast Shillelagh. And as he does so, you can see that the Vegapygmy kind of like reaches out to the staff and kind of touches it as well. So the two are kind of whispering these words in Shulton, and the staff starts to kind of glow and vibrate with this energy, this primal energy. He then looks like he's ready to wabba bonk the thing if it comes close to him. And he politely says, "Heed their words, they're helping," to the person in front. Zach.
I am going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to drop... Shield of Faith and cast Bane on the large creature.
Okay.
And I'll walk in that direction in case they need backup. Sorry, this terrain is just flat, right? I don't need to worry about
mostly,
as far as movement.
Mostly, yeah. There's kind of like an incline
I'll
upwards,
just,
but it's not difficult. Okay, you see the moat of kind of the curse that you lay upon it manifest around it, and it seems to be affected by your spell. All right. Chody, still raging. You're pretty sure with the distance that you are from the stream, you could probably jump across it, no problem, and it wouldn't impede your movement.
I will do that.
All right. It does sound like someone said something they wanted to do, but you're kind of in a rage and probably not paying too much attention to that.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be.
What?
Unless you want to pay attention to what Jeremy's saying.
Well, I know what he's saying, but I'm going to get to the other side at least, and then
You can't
dip
get there
my
anyway.
hammer.
Yeah.
I'm going to dip my hammer into the stream
Okay.
to cool it off.
Yeah, as it does, it just kind of like just steam everywhere as you're rushing through, lowering your hammer into it.
Okay, would I have enough to pull out a javelin and throw it, or is that too many actions?
I'll allow it. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. 17.
Hits.
4, 5, 6.
You see the javelin hit, but it doesn't appear to be as strong a hit as the last ones you were throwing were, or as strong as the bow for that matter. It does look like it's resistant to the normal attack. All right. Chorus, if you're wanting to step away from the creature, it'll provoke an opportunity attack unless you take the action disengage. If you're wanting to use the Dragonborn's words.
I will, so I will take the disengage action. I'll move back 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm actually going to jump into the water right by here, and I'm just going to hang out.
Okay. It's only about like 2 or 3 feet deep, so it's not like...
I like the water.
Right.
And I'm probably hot by that magma creature, so yeah, I want to hang out.
You readied an action to cast a spell once everybody was away from it.
Create a bonfire.
Underneath its foot?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
Isn't that going to make it bigger?
Go ahead and roll damage.
That's what I want to see. It's a dex save and then a d8.
Okay. I will intentionally fail. It'll be 2d8. Oh, you're 5th level.
Who's knows?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I just start scribbling stuff down in my notebook.
Big help.
So I quietly nod up here to myself.
Fascinating.
As it manifests larger, you see Kawasha kind of lean back with the staff, like waiting, like baseball swing, just whip in with the shillelagh and slam into it.
See, I'm helping.
Hits and doesn't do too much damage, but then you see it kind of pulse out with its slag and it kind of bites into Kawasha. All right. All right. It'll act in response, seeing the situation as it stands. Ugh. Yeah, you kind of put me in an impasse here. I have really no choice. He's going to attack Kawasha and hit. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So you watch as it slams its two big pseudopods straight down in like a perfect, like clean arc as Kawasha's coming off the backswing with the shillelagh, and kind of like his eyes are kind of hurt by the fire, and you watch as he's basically just pushed right underneath and splattered onto the ground beneath him.
Oh, that's good.
It looks like he is in the dying state, and yeah.
All right, that down too.
All right, One Eye.
It's even bigger. I'm gonna go up here, see if I can get a nice, good shot, clean shot on it.
And this thing doesn't have cover anymore.
Oh yeah, no, certainly not.
I'll coalesce the wind around my bow for a Zephyr Strike to get 12
Misses.
miss. Right, second shot. Wow, I'm rolling like crap.
You see that its
Darn.
armor plating seems to have hardened quite a bit because of its size increase, and you're not able to kind of suss out the weak point at this stage. So you're shooting at it, but you're just kind of shooting at a big target. And yeah, you're hitting it, but the arrows are just kind of melting into it or slamming into the hardstone and snapping like twigs.
Maybe I'll have to use my secret technique in the next turn.
Tor, you're up.
Boy, I sure do want to do it again. I'll pull it in.
Why would you do it again?
Because I have notes to take. New guy.
So you have people to kill?
Do you want to try it again?
No, I'm pulling the dead
I'll
instead.
try it
Seems a
again.
little more dangerous with a guy dying underneath it already.
Sure. All right.
13 save.
Give me 2d12.
13 total.
All right.
Like the mad scientist.
It looks like the splashing of fire still generates out from it, and it looks like Kawasha is kind of suffering from underneath. And I'll roll a d20. Looks like he is pretty much dead. Yeah. Pretty solidly deceased.
Nice.
Zachariah.
He knew what he signed up for.
Well, I was gonna try to help that
Wow.
guy.
Wow. Just wow.
I am. I
ready to come party with
suppose.
us.
I suppose. Bonus action. Sorry, healing word on new guy down south.
Nobody's wounded.
Nope, I'm not
I
hurt.
thought.
Oh, actually,
Oh, you
you
resisted.
know,
it all?
I'm only down 1 point because.
Oh,
of the
never mind.
bonus
I
points.
I
I'm
completely
good to go.
misunderstood. I thought
Thank
you took
you.
huge damage earlier.
Nope.
Okay,
He
well,
took,
scratch
like,
that.
He should actually be down 3 total hit points because you took
Um,
8 total.
I took 8. I took 8, but I had extra 5. So
Right.
I was at 49 minus 8 is 43, which is down 1 from my total.
I'm down 10, but I'm okay.
Your math is weird.
Sure.
And let me explain why your math is weird. You gained 5 temporary hit points. I dealt 8 points of damage to you. You should be down
Right.
3. 41 hit points is what you should be at.
But my starting hit points is 44.
Right, so you should be at 41.
So you're right. I should be at 40.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. This is basic.
Oh, let's drop that right now. Yeah, when have you ever been right at the math?
Don't you start with me, okay? I don't want to talk about
How
Gren.
dare you bring up history?
He's right.
and
He's right at the
patterns.
math. He's right at math more than I'm right at math. Let's
I
just.
got 1.
Anyway. So
Anyway,
healing word, you're not going to use it. Everybody seems to be fine.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we could try to lead him into the river, but
I
there's a
have a
lot of.
plan.
They're powerful swimmers. Just ding the bell.
That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ring that bell. There's not a whole lot else I could do. I'm gonna just keep in a holding pattern here. Toll the dead. 14 save.
Damage.
He's taking damage already, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1.
And one more.
Really?
Roll another one.
Yeah. Roll another one.
Yep. 2d12.
No kidding.
So you-
9 total.
You watch as the second bell appears above this strange creature, and chimes. Then you watch as it just splatters out everywhere, kind of slamming into the ground. And some of the pieces that splatter out from it before they hit the ground, like become solid and kind of pierce into the sand, kind of forming like jagged lances and kind of barbed stone bits on the ground in its area, effectively. Making more dead of Kawasha than he was already dead before. Cantrip level damage every 5 levels, basically. Well, it's 5th level, 11th level, and then 17th level, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't see that anywhere. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Correct. 5, 11, 17.
Deceased. The you see that the creature that was traveling with Kawasha, kind of looking around, just confused, and looking down at Kawasha, kind of just confused. Doesn't seem to be displaying any kind of emotions or anything, but it's just kind of looking at him strangely. And then there's the fish man standing in the water.
I want to talk to the pygmy. You doing okay, pal?
Oh, right. You can speak to plants, kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. He or it kind of looks at you, confused, and says, "Kawasha, Kawasha, die."
Kawasha is die.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I'm afraid so. It's a lot sadder than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Kupalue, stay here forever.
Chorus looks to Tor and says, "Why don't you just kill that one too?"
Okay, what one? Pygmy?
So, real quick, make an Arcana check.
I'll do it.
Who?
Chorus, make an Arcana check.
Fine.
Sure.
I understand
12.
you as a player feel a certain way, but there's nothing in this whole indicator that makes you think that the responsible party for your ally's death is the strange dragonborn on the thing. It sounded like he was trying to form a strategy to your mind. It doesn't sound like he was willingly trying to make it bigger.
Okay.
I know Jeremy's a dickhead. I get that. I understand you wanting to
We
try
saw, but Chorus saw fire make it bigger, and then he saw fire again.
Right.
So
But-
that's pretty clear.
Maybe he was looking at the other one while that was going on.
Well, no, even still, like, it's not, I mean, if you want to feel that way, fine, I'm not going to stop you, but there's nothing in the Arcana terms that's going to make you, like, think what you as a player know.
Okay.
You're pretty sure that if this group hadn't come along, there'd probably been a lot worse situation since half of your party died to 1.
That's very true.
2 people died.
More than half of your party died to 1. That said, interact, you goobers.
I guess kind of standing in the creek here, I'll turn to. What was his name? Chorus?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just can't believe what happened. I guess my thanks.
Oh. Weren't nothing.
You'll get used to it, seeing your companions die in this jungle.
You seem like you've been around a bit here. Seem a little grizzled there.
I like turned the side of my face that's all mangled by the T-Rex to him, and I said, "Yeah, we've done some things and seen some."
So this group that I was with doesn't seem like it's really going to offer me a whole lot of protection and support. It's perhaps I can travel with you for a time.
Well, as long as you're okay with mortal danger, as you've seen, because I believe your recently deceased companion said that there was undead in this here cave. I think we need to dispose of them. I have a longing to return them to the grave.
So you would note that Hackenstone is kind of messing around with the stone cavern, kind of looking around at it, as dwarfs often like to do. Rusk is kind of taking a seat at the stream edge and is kind of splashing water, kind of dipping parts of his body into the water where these cold slag parts are. And Tor, I'm assuming you're descending down from your broomstick.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Do you inspect the
I
corpse?
forgot about the broomstick.
Do you inspect the corpses at all or no?
Yeah, I would look at probably the big one. I'm pretty curious about it.
Okay. As you kind of inspect the interior nature of it, yeah, it looks like there is a strange kind of metal device on the inside that's kind of become freed. It seems to have very strange kind of runes and patternings on it in a language you're not terribly familiar with. But set inside of this kind of chassis of metal is a very large ruby, presumably worth about 300 to 500 gold pieces. But the markings on it appear to be arcane. They just appear to be in a language that you're not familiar with. The magic is very strange to you.
I'd probably call for One Eye and Doral to look at this thing. See if I can see anything I'm not.
If it's arcane,
and
I have
Hackenstone.
no idea. If it's anything, the magic that I'm able to kind of coalesce is primal. This is arcane. I have no idea. If only the late water elf Calder was here. He had knowledge of the arcane.
Yeah, he was flat.
Is there anything I would recognize as far as the make of the metal casing?
The language is also very unfamiliar to you. It's a very strange language, and the setup of it is also very foreign. It does not appear to be Cholton.
Does it seem dormant now?
Yeah, it does appear to be dormant at this point.
If it's safe to touch, I'll collect the two. I'm assuming each of them had one.
Yep, they're a little hot. Just kind of kick it over to the stream. It kind of settles in the water. It cools off a bit, and then pull it out, and it seems fine.
Does Hackenstone know anything about them?
What was that?
Hackenstones, do you know anything about these?
He looks back and he goes, "No, never seen anything like that. Yeah, never been around these parts either. This is very strange craftsmanship. Doesn't appear to be Cholton. It might be something that the Yuan-Ti made or something. I don't know. If you're planning on going in here, I suggest we be really very cautious."
Doral, can I have the ruby?
You can have one.
That's fine. I want to heat it and see if anything happens.
Okay, you do that over on the other side of the creek.
Hey, I'll take it farther away. I'm gonna create a bonfire and put the rubies in it and see if it does anything.
Nothing.
Okay. I kick it back toward the water.
Okay.
So,
it doesn't even
Chorus.
seem to take the heat, actually.
Well, that's cool too. I write that down in my notes. Not as a player.
Gonna point at the pygmy. So what's this little guy's name?
He told you his name, but yeah.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Man. I was gonna say Herbie.
He seems to just be staying right there by the body of Kawaja.
Would you like us to bury him? little fella?
Bearing's not enough at this point.
Yeah.
Scatter his remains.
You see that the plant creature is kind of just looking over him, just curiously.
Well,
We're gonna have to burn those, little buddy.
we gotta. I guess we'll just leave you to that then.
As you're kind of talking to the plant and kind of looking to Kawasha's body, you see his eyes kind of light up with a light color, not the Vegapygmy, the dead body, and jolt up quickly and just start biting on the plant's face, tearing a large
Oh shit! Is that the death curse?
chunk out of his face. It looks like the body has reanimated, potentially on its own. You're
Nice.
standing over it. You have a mace. Do you want to just hit it, or
If it's undead,
it appears to be undead? Yeah.
yeah, I'm putting it down.
All right. Easily making an attack against it, you smash the head
Knee-jerk reaction.
of Kawasha, but not suddenly enough before it basically eats the face off of Kupalue, the Vegapygmy, and the two laying kind of a morbid, macabre embrace of two friends who were at their end, cursed with bad fortune.
Better smash that one too.
Yeah, I was gonna say hit then.
Yeah, I guess I'll stand by in case anything else wacky happens here in this pile.
Nah, you're pretty sure the plant won't come back to life.
Bummer.
The water coming out of this cave was fresh, right? That's what Hackenstone said.
Yep.
Is there like any sort of like the smell and air just at the mouth of the cave? Does it seem clean or does it seem foul?
When you're smelling the water in the air around the cave, it smells very clean. It smells like moss-covered stone.
But Koatha said they came here to kill the undead, right?
The source of the undead is what they said, yeah.
All right. I'd like to use my primeval awareness. Try to see like if like what you think is true, because something seems like it's not adding up. Like usually if there's undead around, their shit is pretty foul.
Show me that ability again.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Wow,
long.
of text.
That's a
I
big
think
one.
the bottom part is the important part. You can tune your sense to determine if any of your favorite enemies lurk nearby.
What
My
are your-
favorite enemy is the
Okay.
undead.
There don't appear to be any.
Within 5 miles of us?
Oh, within 5 miles. Hold on a second. Let me check.
That's long.
It's pretty far.
That's a deep cave.
That is. Look at that cave though. It's got the eyes. It's got the nose. It's got the teeth. That's ominous.
Yeah, it says which of your favorite enemies are present, their numbers, their general direction, and so if they're in this cave, you should be able to figure it out.
None in the cave, but you do have kind of like a strange sense of undeath kind of to the north. Pretty much at the end of your primeval awareness. It seems very small, the group as well.
I kind of like started like kind of slumped down cross-legged and just kind of rubbed my weird lizard jowls and confused.
You would note that it does appear that humanoids have left this cave, though, as you're just kind of staring at it. It looks like some sort of humanoid has left this cave. Several dozen, maybe more, in recent history.
Well, I think it's worth exploring regardless, and at least now we know there's no undead in.
Does the water lead into the cave?
The water comes out of the cave.
So like I couldn't swim in and check it out that way, or no?
It's really not that deep.
Okay.
Yeah, basically it'd be like throwing you, Andy, into a kiddie pool and asking you to do like the backstroke.
Got it.
It would look funny. I mean, I'd be.
It would look good. Yeah, I know, right?
Current isn't an issue either then.
Yeah, no, it's not terribly strong. If you're going in, you kind of proceed on about 30 or so feet into the cave. And up ahead, it looks like you see kind of a couple of strange rock formations, statues, you think, maybe. And as you kind of move up to them, you can see that they're old, broken statues that look like they have been, very finely crafted, definitely outside of the work of the detail level of most Chultan statues you've seen. They look like very realistic. This is kind of making Hackenstone very curious, and he's kind of looking at these statues, kind of focusing in on them a little bit more. It looks like up ahead, the waterway comes through a wall at a very low level, allowing very little traffic or possibility of traffic up the stream. But it looks like there's a small trickle off of it that kind of leads off to a passageway to the east, to the right of you.
How far does that passage go?
It looks like it goes kind of into a strange blending of stone and like moss and shrub that kind of has breaches up above you, possibly higher up in like the stone formation that allow light to kind of breach through and shine in on the ground around you. But it looks like it goes on for some distance.
And this is within the cave. So this is a tunnel within the cave. Forgive me.
Yeah, you entered into the
Okay.
cave and kind of moved to the back wall of it, and there's kind of like a side tunnel that kind of forks off to the right.
I'll look to One Eye. Do you feel comfortable going underground, or do you think we should follow your lead of undeath?
No. Let's follow. I want to see what's going on in here. The druid, before his untimely demise, was drawn to this place for some reason. I want to figure out why. Let's keep going.
And everybody else is reasonably comfortable with pressing on?
I'm
I'm just
ready.
gonna follow this new
Yep.
group of people. I don't want more magma people.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you continue
Standard
on,
formation?
you see a couple more of these statues. Some of them are broken in ways that are kind of show their age, that they've been in here for some time. Heads are missing, limbs, but they appear to be very fine, ornate statues. You come to a point where you can actually start hearing a burbling sound of water. It sounds like water kind of splaying out over possibly a cliff or something to that effect. And you start to see that the stone that you're walking on is a bit more worked. Instead of being just loose cavern stone, it appears that there's kind of flagstone beneath your feet, and there's green colored stones to the edges that are kind of forming liners against the walls, which are covered with moss. And as you kind of enter out into what appears to be a bit more of an open space, you see that there's a staircase that leads down into kind of a massive giant well or hole with a couple of statues kind of placed around it. And these
As
ones-
far as the statues that we've
Right.
seen, are these are of humans, of humanoids?
Chultans, there was a dwarf a while back. They just appear to be just a ragtag grouping assemblage of different types of people.
Nobody we would recognize.
How nice are these statues?
They're pretty old and beaten. They're missing pieces, broken, and
But as far as like the quality, you said they look,
Yeah,
like people.
very, very high detail. Yeah.
Then to Hackenstone, do you or have you ever known anybody could do this kind of work with stone?
Yeah, back in Waterdeep, but why would it be out here? Very strange. And this stonework on the ground doesn't look Chultan either. It just seems like this whole place is from a different world altogether.
And then, player question: Medusas would be arcane, right?
Yep. Make an Arcana check to see if you can figure it out.
Yeah, I was about to ask what kind of stances
Bonnie.
these statues are in.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be something that might be the case with Medusa. But Medusas are definitely not something, or Gorgons are definitely not something that would be
That's
kind
better.
of seen in these parts. They're definitely seen more in kind of. I guess they're kind of seen in jungle areas, but more subterranean locations. This is a little close to the surface for such a creature to be present.
On the off chance that that's what it is, I'm just going to recommend to everybody don't look forward. Kind of keep your eyes away from things.
Well, that's obtuse.
All right.
Stare at the floors, reflections off your blades, all the stuff you've ever seen, heard. Watch the walls. If you hear a noise, don't stare.
All right.
So you can see that up ahead there's a statue of a very large kind of northern warrior, probably from Luskin or something, kind of standing there. And this one doesn't appear to have any damage whatsoever and seems to solidify your theory. It appears to be a perfectly detailed individual with a massive warhammer locked in the rictus of stone.
Did the warhammer turn to stone also?
Yep.
So it's not magical. So yeah, I'm really uncomfortable now. But also, I want to take these notes. And I'm casting light on my notebook.
Okay. As the spell ignites, and you're able to read a bit better, you do note that there's a decent amount of light in this chamber, kind of shining down from above, and like lanterns.
Is it not dark?
It's not super dark. It's kind of dark. There are patches of darkness all about, shadows.
Okay, yeah, I'll still cast it then.
Okay. It looks like the roots of the trees from outside that are up in the cavern above kind of lock into the stone wall, especially on the eastern side. It looks like at one point there was kind of a walkway that went around the outside of this well, but it looks like the water that's descended down has broken the stone away over time. Looks like it'll be a hop and a step to kind of get across the way. Hackenstone kind of moves to the Luskin fellow who's stoneworked, kind of looking to it and listening to what your words were. Don't look directly at things, and kind of looks at this confused and curious. The table's yours, you guys. Tell me what you
I'm taking notes on everything I find down here. And just
How
generally looking around.
how deep does the water look?
So it looks like the descent down to the water level is probably about 30 feet. And then it looks like the water itself is probably at least 30, because it goes into a point where you can't see kind of the bottom. But the water itself looks fresh and rather clean and quite crisp. So every so often you can see something or some things kind of moving around inside of it, and it looks like it's kind of captured a number of fish inside.
Ooh. And the only thing we can really notice on this side of the cat are these two other statues, right?
Yep, there are two other statues on the opposite side, some type of fighter and some type of other fighter. And then on the back wall, it looks like there might have been some sort of relief or like stone carving set in this temple-like structure, but it's literally covered with roots that intersect and intercede and serve as possibly a nest for some sort of creature. Looks like it's definitely something you would be wary of for like serpents or the like.
How high is the roof in here?
About 20 feet with holes that kind of patch out. So from the level that you're at, it's about 20 feet. From the level that Chorus is at, it's about 30 feet. The descent to the steps is about 10 feet down.
Okay, I'm gonna get on my broomstick.
Okay.
I keep forgetting about that thing.
And spread my light around a little more and take notes. I'm gonna hover right there.
Okay.
Across the way, does it look like it's some kind of passageway, or it's just a relief in the stone?
So it looks like it's, from what you can tell, detail-wise, with this, a bunch of roots kind of blocking it, it looks like it's some sort of carved pattern. You don't know if it's a door or not.
Sorry, go ahead, Jody.
Sorry, kid called. Go ahead. I'll be right there.
Hey, well, Tor, do you want to fly over there and take a look, and I got your back.
The more nature preserved of you, do the roots look like they're naturally growing there, or does it look like something put them there to cover that?
Make a nature check.
I'm asking the nature people to do it.
Okay.
I'm not them.
All right.
Sure.
So if you have nature trained, go ahead and make a nature check.
It looks
The one
looks
thing,
like some roots.
the one thing you get about this whole place is it's definitely very different than everything you've seen outside in Schult. It feels like this place was torn from a different plane and put here.
Right, so I'm gonna go on with one eye, since he says he's gonna cover me. I'm gonna fly across and inspect the potential nest door thing.
Make a perception check before you head over that way. Obviously, you're going to
I will gladly do that.
be wary.
22.
You see it before you kind of make it halfway across, and as you see it, the problem is seeing it's the problem. Make a Constitution saving throw.
22.
Okay. You manage to resist whatever effect is taking hold over you. It does seem to be staring at you with bright yellow eyes that seem to be kind of fixed inside of the roots. And then it kind of slithers out of it, this woman with serpent tails for hair, staring directly at you. And then, before you get an action to respond, it looses a volley of arrows at you. Oh my god, why is this thing not working? It's loosing a volley of arrows at you. Hold on.
I am waiting for a volley of arrows. I can be as patient as you need me to be for that. Oh, great. Doral has an idea.
You're gonna love it. I need to get closer.
Alright. First attack is, it has advantage because it's effectively treating. Well, no, you spotted it. Let's see. Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised. Hold on a second, actually.
A resistant spell, I better not be surprised.
No, yeah, it is attacking you before initiative is calculated, so it gains surprise on you. So 23 to hit, because it has advantage on the first round of combat against anyone who hasn't acted. And so that one will hit, and then it'll make its second attack.
I'll shield on the first one. The first one will still hit, but on the nose.
25. Also hits. Alright. So it will deal, with the very first attack it hits with, 9 piercing plus, hold on, 15 points of surprise attack damage. And then the second attack damage will be 11. So that should be a total of 35.
Where was Tor at this moment?
So Tor's the only one who can see the Medusa, even though it's currently shown on the screen. It is still technically hidden.
Okay.
Did we see the arrow streak by at least?
You have an idea of where it's located, so any actions in attempt to detect her will be made with advantage.
Can I finish the movement I started, or is that just halted?
It basically was halted at that point, but you can continue it, but you're not in an attack. Or if you want to do anything...
No.
Okay.
I would just be reversing the movement to come back and regroup the party.
Perfectly fine. Then we'll roll
Okay.
initiative.
So yeah, I'd just be starting right back where I was. And saying, it's in the nest, it's in the nest. Doral, help me.
Get me closer.
Get yourself closer. I don't want to go over there.
This gonna be, well, you're the one with the flying broom.
Mostly stairs.
You want me to fall 30 feet into a chasm?
Kinda.
Yeah, it'll be funny while I'm a statue.
Write it down.
Please do. Initiative, sorry.
All
I
right.
just cover one eye.
Don't worry, I'm gonna shoot. I'll try to shoot her if we can spot her.
Yeah, just set the nest on fire.
Okay. So
That's a
that's
good idea.
Chody, you're the first up there. Like I said, you have an idea of where she's shooting from, but you're not able to see her directly.
Right. Is this area over here in the water, or is that above it?
The water is 30 feet below those ledges.
Okay, so it's a ways out.
Are all those steps on the same level then?
They kind of offset. So, like, if you kind of look at the one that you're currently, or the one that One Eye's currently on,
It goes down, back up.
yeah, we'll call it 0, and then it goes down about 5 feet, then it goes up 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in the
Jump in the what?
water.
Okay.
Huh.
Is that a bad idea? I got to swim speed.
We go nuts, man. I can't wait
Can
to see what happens, honestly.
I don't know that you were listening. It was a 30-foot drop
Yeah.
to the water. Okay. Okay.
All right. You fall 30 feet. Let's see. Go ahead and.
Chowder survived like 100 and something feet,
Right, yeah. People jump out of helicopters all the time.
That's fine.
technically.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you hit hard and are effectively prone at the water there. So you'll
That
take
would flop.
9 points of damage, and you will not be able to swim any further this turn.
All right, cool.
That'll be your turn. You jumped off and hit hard. You belly flopped, I believe, would be the
I'm
term.
gonna write 0.5 on my notebook real big and pick it up.
All right, One Eye, you're up. And again, you cannot see her. If you wish to make a perception check, you can do so as an action to try and detect her. And so long as she does not try to hide beyond that, you'll know where she is.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like locate her then for the
Okay.
just perception, right?
Yeah.
Critical.
Okay. You see
Nailed
her.
it.
You see her,
He is inside her.
and she sees you, but she seems to be looking
Call it
at
out.
Tor. It doesn't look like her gaze is directly on you, but you feel like just a very subtle shift of the head can move it so that she's looking at you instead.
So make it so she doesn't have a head.
I'm gonna use a bonus action. I'll designate her as my Slayer's prey.
Okay.
Can you call it out to the rest of the group?
Yeah. Be like there, in the nest, as Tor said.
You still have advantage for seeking her out. All right.
And then just gonna, if I have just that sense of wariness, I'm gonna just use my movement just to step.
Right, because recall, you use your action to perceive her.
Yeah.
Okay. Tor, you definitely see her. She has not moved to hide beyond the initial round. She is still looking at you, and it's your initiative. What would you like to do?
I want to create a bonfire in her square and then look away and tell people to shoot the fire.
Okay. All right. She will make a dexterity saving throw against the spell. She has advantage on saving throws made to resist magical effects, and I believe a 14 stops yours. So as the fire appears underneath her, she kind of looks down to it, and you can see her form a little bit better. But you see her kind of move. You can, I mean to say Tor, but you can see that she kind of moves back and away from the fire a little bit. You direct them to still fire at it. She's not in it anymore.
Did I see if she went like kind of left or right?
Yeah, I'd say she went kind of to the left a little bit.
And I told them just aim for the left edge of the fire, and then that's where it is on fire.
Yeah, you can fire blindly if you want, or you can try and seek her out. It's entirely up to you. Chorus, you're up.
I'll be
How
turning
how
my back.
wide is that bonfire?
It's about 3 or 4 feet.
5 foot cube.
Yeah, that's a big target. So
I said
I had
left
made
edge.
my way made my way down. So am I closer to the water than 30 feet at this?
No.
I'm still 30 feet
The
up
le-
above the water.
The ledge that you're on, the
Uh-huh.
stairs aren't even shuffling that far down. So that ledge is 30 feet above the water. The steps you came down were about 10 feet higher. So
Mhm.
the ledges are 30 feet above the water.
Is there any way down besides a 30-foot drop?
No. You can try and jump across to the other ledge and continue moving along the ledges to the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to slide down into the water.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Okay. 23.
Alright. Because you said slide, not climb. You take half of 13, which will be 6 points of damage as you hit the water.
Okay.
You are not prone, so if you can still swim, you can swim if you'd like.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Should be at 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
35. So what I want to do is, so how much movement do I have?
You descended 5. You moved 5 effectively for the fall.
And so I guess I would want to come closer to Chody's character because I guess he's by the water.
He's in the water. He dropped off.
He's in. Yeah, is he underneath the water or is he sort of bobbing near the top?
It looks like he'll be fine.
So I'll be a little bit below him. Do I see anything in the water that looks like you said that there was something that was catching?
No, I said there were fish that have been caught in here because they've fallen down the riverway. Like there are fish that
That's
are
cool.
stuck inside the well that fell down here because of error.
So then I'm gonna move to
Like-
here.
Like it was
Under,
a trap.
like it was a trap.
Like it's a trap for the fish is what I'm trying to say.
Got it. So I'd like to move to here. I'm underwater, and I'm gonna take the dodge.
Sure. All right. Tor, go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm above her.
You have to make eye contact, right?
Yeah.
I said I
I-
turned my back.
What'd you say?
I said I turned my back to her.
So you cast bonfire on me, and you pointed out where I'm at to the left of it, and are looking at me for a full 6 seconds in that regard, and then you somehow also turned away from me. Okay, that's fine. We'll allow it.
John,
Do I not have a move action?
So because you're not looking at me, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 longbow attacks against you with advantage.
John, I think you're skipping me.
Oh, yeah, I guess I am. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
I want to kill your brother.
With-
Can I kill your brother?
I understand that. I get it. With a
He
dash
understand-
action. I get it. With a dash action and attempting to jump this pit, this gap,
Mhm.
how far would I make it upon a success? Could I make it to this rock and attempt to hide behind it?
So if you have a running start, which you do, you can
Right.
jump a total distance equal to your strength score, rounded up to the nearest 5. So you can jump, 20 feet, right, for you?
My strength is 16, so yeah, it would be 20 if it's rounding up to the nearest 5.
Right. So then you would, actually, I think it would, yeah, that's fine. So,
15 is also good enough.
okay. So you can jump 15 feet with a running head start. Running head start being 20 feet of movement towards the jumping off point. So that being the case, if you take the dash action, you could move. Let's see. That'd be 35 feet of movement, and then 20 more feet.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop just before this rock, hoping it provides me cover from her line of sight.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, that you can
Right here. Yeah.
You can move to there. No athletics checks required.
Nothing. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, you have a jumping distance that's good enough. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so then you get to there, and then I go back to
Yeah.
doing
Now
that.
kill Jeremy.
Now, yeah, right.
Yeah. Do it.
So he turned his back on
I just didn't want to be ignored.
me, so he's not looking at me. So I'm gonna shoot him in his back. 23 probably hits, and 23 probably hits. take 25 points of damage.
Down.
All right.
Shit.
And at current, let's see. You're still looking at it, Steve?
At her,
Yeah.
I suppose I would because I pointed out where she is.
Okay. So if you are still seeing her, you're the only one that sees that she does this.
Damn it.
Jesus.
What an asshole.
The thing that you notice about this movement, it's very unnatural. She seems to be crawling across the wall like those horrifying, like, horror films where they get possessed. Like, she's kind of doing it sideways and kind of moving across it with, like, the bow kind of in her hand and just kind
Like
of
the mummy.
doing one of those. Yeah. And she kind of looks like she settles on this tree branch over here, but she's still kind of in the moss and everything and lost in shadow. If you point her out at this point, you think you might be able to get everybody to see her, but because of the coverage that she had inside of the roots, it was a lot harder to spot her out because she looks like her outfit is blending to the backgrounds around her.
Like she's not hiding. Like I can still see her, right?
You can still see her. She is still hiding. Yes. She's not.
Okay.
She's not renewing her hide. She's going off of her old hide. She works a little different in the hiding department because of camouflaginess. All right, Chody, you are 30 feet down there, and you can swim all you like.
Cool. I'm gonna swim across to here and start climbing up a little bit.
Go ahead and make an athletics check with disadvantage, and yeah. All right.
11.
You fall back into the water. Your action to try and climb up this loose, wet stone is ineffectual at best.
Okay.
All right. One eye.
We'll come down here. I will. So I'll hit Tor with a cure wound. Get him up.
All right.
6. And then bonus actions, I have none. Suppose I'm going to actually, just to kind of get out of her sight, can I just kind of hide behind this burly man
Yeah.
statue?
Yeah, and thanks for reminding me that there's a whole Hugh Hackenstone there. He's staying back and defensive. He'll have taken the dodge action last turn. And I'll just have him operate after the Medusa from here on. But yeah, you move over to him, and he kind of stands out in front of you. That's fine. Okay. Anything else?
Nope, I have no bonus actions.
All right, Tor, you are laying prone on the ground. You do not know where she is at this point because she has moved, and you were unconscious during that process. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to try to shake off some of that and send my broomstick to pick up Chody.
Okay. So the broomstick can move 60 feet without any burden. It
I
flies
think
down.
it's 50. But yeah.
It's more than enough. It flies down there and kind of lands near the water level within grabbing distance. So if you grab a hold of it, it will probably be able to lift you 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. It could get you 10 feet off of the water level if you want to grab a hold of the broomstick, Chody, all out.
Sure.
You grab a hold of it and it just kind of lifts you up elevator style. All right. And then Tor, any movement from you?
Yeah, I'm going to duck back here and try to take cover behind these stairs. Ball up.
All right. Chorus, you are up.
Yep.
And you can
Yep.
see the feet of the lizard folk kind of dangling just off the water, and then other options are obviously aware.
So, what do I see when I look at this? Would it provide cover, or is it ground level?
It's 30 feet above you.
Okay. So I mean, so I 5, 10, 15. So let's see, I'm here and I
No.
start to climb out.
You can't swim up waterfalls. Why is this so hard for you guys
Oh,
to
so
picture?
that's a what? That's a waterfall.
You are 30 feet below that level. You have dropped into a well. You are stuck at the bottom of a well. The only ways out are to climb or gain some assistance up.
So I will swim here.
Okay.
I will get beneath Chody's character, and I will, on his turn, I will assist him, like push him so he gets up.
He's holding a broomstick.
No, I got
that's
on.
flying.
I got a broomstick, buddy.
Oh, you have the broomstick.
He's on an
I'm
elevator.
10 feet up.
Can you carry?
What do you weigh?
Yeah.
Like probably
Real
200,
quick, a lot of math is
200 pounds.
going into this, and you guys probably didn't tell him about the features.
Short
of the
answer is
broom.
no.
So,
Yeah.
that said, are you going to try and grab a hold of him to go up without asking everybody what the mechanics of the broomstick in the middle of this fight is? Or
Yep.
Okay.
That.
How much do you weigh?
I don't know, probably 200 pounds.
All right, the lot of you just dump back into the water. Rusk still holding the broomstick.
Okay.
Basically, it's like, yeah, just a cord being dragged down from like a niche point, just dropped into the water.
So I let go and I drop back in the water, and
Okay.
he can go on his turn.
Yep. Well, he's not the one commanding the broom, but yeah. That said, moves on to Zach.
I suppose I can get another running start if I'm jumping off of this rock, can I?
You're pretty sure that you can jump about half your distance without a running start, so 10 feet. If you want to go ahead and jump off the top of the rock, I'll give you advantage on the athletics check made to try and jump over. Because you're jumping from a height.
Yeah, it's gonna be worth it.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Make an athletics
Athletics check
check with advantage.
coming up. 17.
You kind of hit the ground and feel the stone like buckle out from underneath you, but very quickly kind of dive forward and flat. So when you hit there on the stone beneath the steps there, you are prone. And
Okay.
standing up from prone obviously will take half of your movement, and that's half your total movement. So just getting up would be the rest of your movement unless you dash.
Good job, Wile E. Coyote.
Also keep in mind, you do not see her.
Okay.
You have an idea of where she was near the bonfire, but you don't know that she's moved.
Is the bonfire still there?
Not at all.
Okay. I didn't see any place worth like hiding in. Like this brush is above me quite a bit, correct?
Yeah, you're about 3 feet down at the bottom of the steps, so you're kind of like tucked
Right.
down behind the steps. So right now you can't see her or see where she might be. So your presumption might be you might be safe here.
Could have sworn I had something for this. Hidden step. Bonus action, I can turn invisible.
Okay. You're laying down the ground and you just kind of dissipate from your position. All right. Okie dokie. It goes to her. You're the only one looking at her one eye. So you see that she has a strange whip in her hand now, like a vine, and she lashes it out. It slams onto the tree, and she flies across the air and lands on the edge of the limb, like you're watching a freaking video of Sagero.
What
Badass.
what
right?
tarnation?
When she lands there, she looks down and kind of stands up, and it looks like her weight should break the tree beneath her, but she seems to be just standing on it gracefully like an elf or something. Raises the bow.
Does she have legs, or does she have like a tail that's wrapped around like a snake?
From what you can see, it looks leg-like, but it looks like she's holding her legs together very close. If she has a pair of legs, you're not sure. But she kind of raises herself up, holding a bow, and launches 2 arrows down into the water. Looks like she's targeting the larger of the 2 targets. So go for Rusk. She's attacking you while hidden, so 22 hits and 21 hits. 19 and 14, so 33 points of damage to Rusk.
Would this attack have revealed her?
To you, yes. To Tor, yes. To Hackenstone, yes. And to One Eye, who already sees it, yes. To those down in the water, no.
Okay.
Because after finishing the attack, she kind of backs out onto the tree branch, like the thicker part of it. And she looks very much like the tree. You're assuming you can see her from like a horizontal like standpoint, so you can see the nestling of the tails of her hair, and just like her frame because she's not hiding. But those that are down below who didn't see where she was to start with, kind of look up and just see trees.
As I've seen this kind of how graceful and how with such ease she can kind of move around this place. Just as a free action, I'm just going to shout, I'm going to try and restrict her movement.
Okay.
That seems to kind of be her advantage currently, as we're in her lair.
She's super mobile. That's the truth. Chody, so you broomstick of flying requires attunement, correct?
Correct.
So it's your control that moves the broomstick. He can't just
Yes,
hop on.
I
and start.
can.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try to get my arm up underneath the broom a little bit better so I have a better hold. And I know that I can't see her, but I'm guessing because my first thought was she's right here. She's right back here where she was.
The arrow's
and I
coming
was
from
going to
somewhere
charge her.
else. Yeah, the arrow's coming
Right,
from
so I'm
somewhere else.
saying that's why I'm saying I'm changing my action because my original action was to charge back there. Now I'm going to stay on there and I'm going to try to find cover up here from that direction that I got hit.
Well, pro tip, if you're kind of like just casually looking around scared and kind of trying to stay like on the pounce to kind of move aside or take the shot in your armor, you can take the dodge action, which means that if she has advantage, she'll have disadvantage, or it'll hit off. Okay, so you're holding
I'm
on
going
to
to
the
do that
broomstick,
bonus action.
ready
and
to
then
go,
take the dodge action.
and dodge action. Okay. I'll
Yep.
allow it. One eye. You're up.
All right, so I'm gonna come down, step down here, get a shot, and then I'm gonna cast the spell Spike Growth centered on, and then so in a 20-foot radius. So I guess to
You
here,
should be
and
able
then
to draw on the map. If you draw shape and then hold the shift key, you should be able to center it on the squares, exactly where you want it. Or I can grab a little spike growth template and you can use it.
let me just double check my. Yep, hey, my math is pretty good. Yeah, so and then it should actually go right up to the back wall as well. But
Okay, yeah.
so yeah, cast Spike Growth. I'll link it. Yeah, now if she starts moving around again, she's gonna get little
Okay.
pins and needles in her feet.
So
Thank you.
quick note for three-dimensional space. The trees start to branch out with brambles and thorns, and so does the wall behind her. But the air around her and obviously the water below doesn't. It's not ground. It doesn't follow the. It doesn't.
Yeah, of
settle.
course. Just the way she's moving, I don't think she's gonna dive into the water.
Sure.
Just she looks like she's going all nimbly bimbly from tree to tree.
Certainly not. Certainly not. So that said, if she moves into or within the area, she'll take 2d4 piercing damage for every.
Yeah,
5
for every
feet
5
travels. Okay, so that said,
My hope is just to keep her there.
like I said, if she goes
and then
off the trees off the front, she'll take damage for the square that she's moving into and off, but she won't take any more damage for moving through the air.
no. So if you like, she like started leaping around or just dove into the water.
Or she throws her whip out again. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to my hiding spot 'cause that's my action. I don't have a bonus.
Okay. And keeping your eye on her, right?
Yeah, of course, just making sure
Okay.
she doesn't move.
Tor.
Oh, I posted the broom rules over there in the
I
chat.
saw it.
Okay, if you're okay with it working that way, I'll just sack my movement to be able to use it that way.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Okay, then yeah, I'll keep myself locked down here.
Okay.
Um,
And now, real quick, make a perception check for me there, guy.
8.
Okay. So you're trying to stay hidden from her behind the stairwell, and you're trying to stay, available to kind of look out to see what's happening with your friends. So the cover is present, but it's half cover at best.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm aware that I'm not very well covered behind 1.5 steps.
Right. They're not terribly short steps. I mean, it's a total of 8 steps. That.
No, but it's still steps. I'm a giant dragon person.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna lift Chody up high enough that he can just step onto the ground
Okay.
and tell One Eye to tell me when she's out in the open and I will ready myself to cast sleep.
She's out in the open right now.
Yeah, I'd rather her be on the move because if she falls asleep in midair, she'll fall harder.
Okay, so you move the broomstick up and place Rusk up on top. That's 30 feet of movement, and that's what it's allowed to do with that much Rusk on it. Okay, so I'm assuming the broom, just for notation, kind of moves off the side so Chorus can see that it's above him, right?
Sure.
Okay, just in case that's your next plan of action. All right, Chorus, you see the broom above you. You saw what happened with Rusk. You're still down in the water. You can attempt to climb, but from what you saw from Rusk when he first grabbed in, it's like grabbing a bunch of stone that's inside of muck and just pulling away bits and parts of it.
And moss.
Right. So Rusk is on the broom and is now up and exposed.
No, up off of the broom and has landed up on the ledge, like
Yeah, but so that means he's exposed.
presumably so. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Fog Cloud.
Okay. Draw with a different color, but draw your fog cloud. I think it's 20-foot radius as well. Where's your centering? That's a better question.
I want to center it sort of around Rusk so that he is obscured. Is 5, 10, 15. It's probably I want it bigger than that, but I want it a little bit north.
20-foot radius is gonna be 40 feet across. So
Stop.
yeah, you can get
Stop.
all of them.
Stop.
Just do it. Just do it, John.
Stop drawing. You're bad at it.
I'm bad at this.
Oh man.
Basically, I want to like I want it to be like here and here.
Centered
Yeah,
on
like
Rusk.
yeah. So I can climb out. He's up there. He's good. We're obscured, and so that Doral is also going to be obscured.
I think I shorted you 20 feet. Hold on.
Yeah, it's too small.
Perfect. All right. It also goes 20 feet down and 20 feet up, basically creating a huge moat of fog in the air there.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach, you are inside a fog now.
Good move, man. Good move.
Can I see out of the fog cloud?
It's heavily obscured, so no.
Cool.
But she can't see in.
That's true. No, it's good. Before the fog cloud appeared, oh, this is gonna kill me. Before the fog cloud appeared, did I see any of these branches north of the fog cloud that might have supported me and were within reach?
Make a perception check.
Bye, Rusk.
18.
No, you're pretty sure that none of those will support you. You're actually, from the sounds of it and the positioning, you're wondering how she's moving around in those branches. They look like they're very spry and like they would probably bend or twist, more like vines than roots, like hard roots.
All right. Am I able to find Rusk with an 18 perception?
You have an idea of where he's at. Yeah, I mean, you can see his dark silhouette in like a beam of light.
So I can get to him and cast a touch spell.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'll hit him with second level Cure Wounds.
He doesn't look damaged. Oh, he does look damaged. I don't know why. He's
Rusk
not-
is almost
You got
dead.
the
I have
arrows,
8
yeah.
hit points.
I don't understand why it's not tracking on your.
Walk it off.
It hasn't been the last couple games, man. At
My-
all. I have
my
I have
HP 's still-
60. Yeah, I have 60 hit points total.
Wow.
Thick.
So there's 7.
Fixed.
Could have done better. And I guess that's my turn in the fog cloud.
Okay. All right. So 7 hit points back for Rusk, and it goes to her. All right. So she takes how much damage for each 5 feet?
She takes 2d4 for every 5 feet she moves.
She'll be traveling 5 feet in it.
All right, I'll roll 2d4. Yeah, maximum spikes in her feet.
All right.
Maximum ows. Maximum Lego.
At this stage, seeing her and kind of watching her, you can tell that she isn't moving with feet. She does appear to be moving with a appendage on her lower half that appears serpentine. As she kind of takes that position, you see her hand kind of move the whip out and start throwing it out. But as she's doing so, she kind of does one of those looks straight at you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, but Hackenstone's such a juicier target.
Yeah, but he doesn't
You'd
see
make a
it.
cooler statue.
He's not looking at her. He's looking around curiously.
Steve, you're my trigger.
14.
Success.
She's. I'll say it, I said it before. And I'll say it again. She's out in the open. She's been out in the open.
All right. Well, he sees her now as she's jumping away and is very curious. She kind of moves out from
Okay.
there
So,
and then
Oh,
disappears.
am I not a rock? Was that good enough?
Oh, yeah, you're good. And then disappears into
Oh,
the
Oh my
fog.
god.
my trigger point is as soon as she's off the branch.
Your action was moving the.
No, that was my movement.
I thought we said that it was your action. Okay.
No, I said it was the second
he said
movement.
he was ready.
And I would stay here. And I ready to spell sleep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and cast your spell. Throw your dice.
The save is 13.
No, there's no saving throw for sleep. You roll hit dice, and if the total number of hit points you roll is greater than the amount of the creatures, it goes to sleep, and it's not. So it disappears into the fog. All right.
That's too bad.
That said, once in the fog, it takes its position there. I'm going to make my 2 attacks. These are against Rusk. First attack will hit, second attack will miss.
Are they made with disadvantage because it's in an obscured area?
Doesn't appear to be affecting her. Slam.
And I took the dodge action, but 18 still hits my
Yeah.
armor class, so you're fine.
Yeah, the dodge will count. Thank you for that. But yeah, the 11 certainly misses. So you take 9 points of damage, and you see her silhouette there for a second, and then the fog kind of roils a bit. You're not sure if she's standing right there or not, but it appears that she has now actually taken the hide action.
Okay. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna rage, and since I swing recklessly anyway, I'm not looking at her when I swing early anyway. So yeah, reckless attack.
You rush over there and swing. It's fine. She's not there. So you basically swing blindly. I will say that because you kind of see a figure in the shadows as you're moving close to it, you do hit with the 2 attacks. Go ahead and roll damage for both.
Way to smash the statue.
Nice.
Doral, you hear a loud
Yeah.
crash, and then chorus down below, outside of the fog, you see pieces of stone bodies fall into the water and just start to sink, as it appears that they've been broken down quite substantially. Okay.
He turned into a log.
One eye.
Oh Jesus. So I'm essentially just looking at a big ball of mist right now, right?
Yep, and she does appear to be hidden in it. If you want to try and find her in it, you can make a perception check as your action.
I just saw where like the trajectory she swung from. Can I like
Doesn't
make the
appear to be
assumption that
there.
she would have landed either like in somewhere in that
You're-
general on
Are you blind firing?
Yeah, I was just gonna
Take a shot.
hope pray to whoever for 17.
Yeah, hits something.
Does it sound like an arrow going to flesh or stone?
I'll allow a free perception check. Your call.
Oh, stone. I feel like when I said flesh, you're gonna say I hit Doral or something.
No, make
Yeah.
make a free perception check is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
And to make the call, it sounds like it hits tree flesh.
So like
you
going
gotta-
to wood.
You kind of had this moment where you go for the second arrow and you're ready to shoot again, but then you think about it for a second and it sounded like wood or the loose roots being impaled instead.
I don't know. Maybe this might be asking for too much, but for my second shot, could I just kind of keep it? If I see her like do her little Tarzan swing out of the fog, could I shoot her?
No, you have to ready the whole action.
Okay. Fair enough.
When you ready an action to take a shot, you do not get extra attack on the ready portion. You just get the one attack.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so swing and a miss and hold for the second arrow. Tor, you're up. It doesn't appear that your spell took hold of her, possibly because she's too strong for it.
I mean, I rolled pretty alright too, so.
Yeah. If you cast it on a higher level, if you
I
cast
can't.
yeah, but I'm just letting you know if you do, eventually, it increases the dice.
I don't know. I'll blind fire. I'm gonna throw infestation in square right there.
Okay, it hits there. All right, chorus.
It seems like the fog is doing more harm than good, right? So I'm going to drop concentration on the fog cloud.
As you do so, you see the creature hanging from her tail down beneath the bottom of the balcony with her bow trained on you, just waiting. All right. That's a free action to drop. You are 30 feet beneath her. She doesn't look like she's taking the shot, but it looks like she was ready to do it next turn. But she is underneath the ledge, like David Bowie style.
So could I swim deeper
Yeah.
and then try to go beneath her?
Yeah, that's fine.
You know,
how deep under the water?
Like underneath, as far as I think an arrow would not travel.
Okay. Yeah, 20 feet would probably put you.
Not very far, yeah.
10 or 15, 20 feet would probably put you in a good place where the arrow probably wouldn't hit.
Well, I mean, I have 30 feet of movement.
How far down do you
and
want to
I
go?
can breathe.
Asking.
Oh, so let's go. Is there anything on the bottom that I'm?
I mean, you don't even know where the bottom is.
Okay, so let's go down 30 feet.
Okay, you don't hit the bottom.
Okay.
All right, and then you want to take any actions once you're there?
How about we dodge?
Okay. Doubly assured. All right. Doral, situation stands. You don't know where she is gone. It looks like she has vanished from sight. However, because the fog is gone, Tor and One Eye, you can see her.
Can I free action? She's underneath the ledge.
Absolutely.
Break the ledge.
Okay, that is neat. That's an idea. This stone slab that we're on, I'm assuming it's got a reasonable thickness to where I can't just like peer over and spot her.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. Probably about 7 feet.
Right. I kind of want to pull a rope out and get down there.
Okay. Do you want to tie it off to something and then throw the rope over?
There's the base of a statue
Yeah.
that's probably there, right?
Yeah, the statues don't seem like the most solid basis for a rappel. How
always,
about these
like,
roots?
Always like ready in action that if she like comes up from
Yeah,
underneath,
you're right. You're right.
like whack.
That's the smarter thing to do. I will
Because I
do
think
that.
me and Tor are gonna
Save
start
me
trying
from
to
myself, Steve.
cover
Thank you, sir.
her. I'm gonna start rappelling underneath
Yeah,
to get face to face with the Medusa.
I was going for stupid. Yeah, I'll step back here and keep an eye out, and when I see her, cast Bane upon her.
Okay.
Part
Alright.
1 of 2.
It'll go to her. You see her, she sees you, and you're within 60 feet, so she's going to go ahead and have you make a Constitution saving throw again, you jerk.
Oh no!
How dare you spot me?
Write that down.
Extra thick.
She's really annoyed.
Good roll.
She's really annoyed at this, so she'll go ahead and take a shot with her bow at you. 12 will miss.
Let me show you some real archering, William Tell.
Then you watch her snake legs kind of like coil and pull away from the stone, and gravity takes hold as she falls and dives right into the water.
Son of a bitch.
Uh-ohs.
Can I get within 30 feet of this thing?
All right, Chorus, you're up.
Absolutely
Jesus
not.
God.
But yeah, it drops into the water and it moves very quickly into the water. It appears to have a decent.
You need like a hold person or something. She's so slippery.
Just freeze the lake solid.
Yeah, freeze the flake solid and leave. Just be done with it. Russ.
Bye.
I've been trying to get within eyesight within 30 feet for the past 5 turns.
Now, you didn't technically fight something last turn, but I'm keeping your rage on you because it
No,
was- okay.
I'm gonna take a hold and take dodge action. I'm too close to dead.
Okay,
So
your rage
I'm
will
gonna
dissipate at this point.
I'm gonna back up to because did I see the snake let go and fall in?
No, you heard a
Or
splash.
do I? Oh, I heard a splash. Okay, so I'm just saying I don't want to metagame, so I'm gonna back up and just kind of take the dodge action and try to chill for a minute.
Okay. A couple of arrows kind of lodged into you. You're definitely not a happy camper. All right. One eye.
When she fell into the water, did she like dive, or was she just kind of like she went under and then?
Dive,
Can I still
dive,
see
dive.
her like snake body, or is she too deep?
She didn't take a high check. She is about 10 feet underneath the water, so she'll have cover against it. Not half cover, cover against any range attacks made against her.
Okay, so she has full cover right now then.
Not total cover. No, just cover.
3/4.
Yeah, 5 plus 5.
Okay, so I'm okay then with sharpshoot.
But you're gonna sharpshoot. She has plus 5 to her AC.
No. Well, I ignore cover because of the
Oh.
feet of my feet.
Got ya. Okay.
Yeah. Well, she needs to take some more damage. I'm gonna coalesce the wind for a Zephyr Strike. Let's go.
Okay.
Cool guy. Oh yes. Okay. Now we're winging it, boys.
All right. That'll work.
Oh,
God bless you, Steve.
all right, and then also 6 from Zephyr because it's a crit, and then
Roll the D8 again for Zephyr.
all right, so 4.
All right.
Yeah, you smart.
So you watch.
5. Well, she's my Slayer's Prey, so she's also taking a D6.
Right.
And then do I get another D6 because it was a crit?
Yeah.
From Slayer's Prey.
That's right.
It's a lot of numbers.
Ah,
So
not that.
A lot of low numbers.
Yeah, a lot of low number.
Tor, you watch the air kind of like coalesce around One Eye's bow as he kind of knocks it and kind of holds that arrow back, and wind starts to form around it. He looses the arrow, and the two of you watch as it hits the water, and the water basically just forms like a hole directly to her. And you watch the arrow slam into her, and this blood kind of start to splay out from her, kind of this dark green color inside of the water.
And that was just my first shot.
Take the second one.
Fuck her up,
25.
Steve.
Hits as well.
Another 4.
All right. So it looks like the water kind of brumbles the second shot, but it still manages to get in as well.
Did your second one get the extra bonus? The
No,
marker
Zephyr
one?
straight only. Zephyr just gets the. It's only your first shot.
And then hunters or slayers.
Yeah, the Slayer thing, the prey.
It's only the first shot of the turn.
Okay.
Tor, you're up.
That was way cooler than I was going to do. I'm going to cast light on a rock
Okay.
and chuck it in the water, so it will hopefully make a shadow that people can see.
Yeah, you can see her now from your position.
Yeah, I'm not looking at her. I'm just casting light on a rock and chucking it in the water to make a shadow that other people can see.
Fair enough. Hackenstone didn't move last turn, so
Or
also
no feel good.
he's still kind of just readying. He doesn't really know what's
I'll
going
get my
on.
broom.
Chorus,
So I heard the water above me a splash.
you can see
right?
her.
Is that right?
She's about 20 feet above you, yeah.
She's also bleeding out, so.
And there's a glowing
Oh,
rock.
no. She's not bloodied. I apologize.
No, I'm just thinking she has a wound. Not saying she's bloody. Just she is wounded. Has a wound.
Fair.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to. Yeah, this is bad. I don't know what I'm going to do.
You got this, Andy. You're a merfolk in the water. This is like
I know, right?
it's your home field advantage.
So I guess
Literally your element.
so. I'm gonna like shield my eyes and go at her with my trident.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, if you're moving at her, you'll take disadvantage on the attack, but you'll have advantage on any saving throws if she tries to use her gaze attack. Again.
So could I do bonus action? I want to use my
Yeah,
my
that's fine.
samurai ability, so that way it
Normal
just
attack.
sort of takes the disadvantage away, and I get 5 extra hit points.
What is your underwater war cry sound like?
Oh,
All those bubbles just coming out.
Murloc.
13 to hit.
She moves her bow in between you and the trident, catches it in the middle, and then twists it to the side, knocking your attack away. But you don't see that.
Second attack.
Sure. This one is just disadvantage.
Isn't it until the next end of my turn?
I don't know. Let me check.
I'll pop it up.
Okay. As a bonus action on your turn, you can give yourself advantage on weapon attack rolls. Okay. Yep. So
The plural.
regular attack.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It is really good.
And that's the second time.
26
you've
to
used
hit.
it. Go ahead and roll damage.
So 5 piercing.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping my sort of shield up and in front of her face.
And you're keeping, so you're not looking at her, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I know that's not great, but this is what I'm doing.
Fair enough. Zach, you're up.
Stepping to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Can I happen to see how deep they are?
10 feet.
So
I'm-
30 feet down and then 10 feet below that surface.
40 feet away from you, yeah.
Hilariously, not 30.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of the numbers.
Cannonball!
See, the thing is, once I get within 30, she's gonna dart halfway across the world. Fuck, I'm jumping in. I'm gonna try to land on her or as close to it as I can.
Make an
Grapple.
athletics check.
Hands
Yeah.
out.
No!
Take 14 damage and you're prone, no more movement. You can still act if you want, but you take 14 damage.
Can do. I'm going to cast Bane on her.
Okay. I have resistance. What's the DC? 14?
14.
And it's a wisdom?
E-
Doesn't take.
Charisma.
Oh, okay, hold on. So the dice rolls were it was a 15, so that's actually better, 17 on the lowest
Okay.
of the two, and 20 on the last, the one that takes. Okay, good action. All right, so this Triton doesn't appear to be looking at me, and isn't too terribly concerned. The Doral is looking directly at me because he cast a spell directly at me. Go ahead and make a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
You got it.
You got this?
No, I don't.
That's a failure.
12.
All right.
Drown me. Just fucking end it.
You
find
feel,
the bottom of this.
you feel your legs and your hands become heavy, and when you look down at them, you can see that they are stone-like. Because of this weight that's being placed upon you, you are restrained, which means you will also sink at this point.
Okay.
On your next turn, at the end of the turn, you need to make another saving throw, a repeat of the saving throw. If you fail that one, you are petrified.
Got it.
Oh, Krusket is happening. We will be the only the people from the original group.
All right. And then it moves away from the samurai, not invoking opportunity attacks because it's not looking. Sorry, it's too many feet. I moved 30. But as it's moving towards the top of the water, it splays out and kind of leaps out of the water about 10 feet. Once it makes it to that height, as a bonus action, it casts a spell and appears up on the ledge next to you. Make a contested acrobatics or athletics check, lizard folk.
Hackinsta, as I'm about to. 18.
Beats me. She grabs a hold of you and tries to throw you off the ledge, and the stones beneath you start to kind of fall out, but she doesn't manage to get you off the edge.
I grab where our arms are locked, and I look at her, and she's kind of reptilian. I'm a reptile, and I realize she's actually pretty cute. And I wink my good eye at her.
Clever.
As you're looking,
No,
as you're
No,
looking
you
directly,
winked the bad eye.
as you're looking directly into her eyes, you turn to stone.
Aw. Purity used that feature this time. I've like used I'm muscled through it twice now. She knows I'm already rock hard, baby.
Chody, on the opposite side, you see kind of like a blink of strange magical energy. You see like a swarm of like strange bugs kind of appear in the sky and then manifest next to One Eye on the opposite side, and then she appears. Some strange sort of infestation or swarm of bugs causing this Medusa to appear in front of this cool guy, One Eye. But that's all the way on the other side of the thing. Do you stay back?
Can I try to throw a javelin at her?
Yeah, man, that's totally a thing.
Is she grappled right now?
No. She is in your long range, so you'll have disadvantage. But yeah, you can throw it.
19.
Damage.
Shoot. 5.
Hits her, man. Yeah, that's a
I did a thing.
solid hit. Alright. One Eye, you are engaged with her in close range combat. Shoot a bow at me, bitch.
I kiss her hand and I say later, and I run over here because I got my fast windy feet.
Oh, you're still Zephyring.
Hack, and I say,
Wait,
hack and stone. Now you can do something.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. I'll allow it.
And then
shoot
let's
her.
pin code at 24.
Hit. Yeah, that hurts. She's
22.
She's now bloodied. Go ahead and roll it. Okay, so -5. She is now bloodied. All right.
That's it.
Tor and Hackenstone will be going on the turn immediately after the Medusa. But Tor, you're up. She sees you, by the way.
Of course she does.
Despite your best efforts at cosplaying a stare.
Yep. I'm going to look at her feet. I'm going to step up and cast Burning Hand.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, and she
Feet.
has her. Yeah, she appears to have a strange snake
Psycho dexterity.
appendage. Okay. So, what's your DC?
13.
So she'll take
Yeah.
half. Oh, 13, she'll take full. Okay.
8 fire, and then I will surge to Wobble Bonk. And probably miss with a 10.
Wait a minute. What's your intelligence modifier?
2.
Okay.
It went up with when we hit level 5. I put 1 in it.
You don't get intelligence bonuses at 5.
No, our proficiency went up. That's why.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, at 5th level, because I only hit 4th for fighter. I got
Oh.
the +2 or 2+1.
That's right, you're weird. Got it.
So I put, 1 intelligence, 1 in con.
You're right.
Put
You're
them both
right.
on even numbers.
You're right. Cool. All right, Chorus, you're up. You are looking around behind your shield and realize that she's definitely fled.
I am staring at her feet.
And do I see Doral sinking beneath me?
Pass. Just get out of there.
He's not beneath you. He's about 5 feet above you. But yeah, it does look like he is kind of sinking.
Okay. Do I see any blood from the Medusa in the water? Because you said there was blood in the.
There's a trail of it that kind of leads to the west.
And I try to collect some of the, like I have a water flask. Could I try to collect some of that blood? Bloody water?
That'd be your action. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And then as my movement, I'm gonna start following Doral as he's sinking.
Okay. All right, Zach, it's your turn.
Constitution.
Well, no. You get to take your turn first. So if you have anything that helps you with saving throws, this might be the time to do it. Like,
Well,
less is a good one. Anything that would help you with the saving throw.
Or just one last shot on a Medusa.
Yeah, she's more than 30 feet away, so ha 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 ha.
Yeah, she's 30 feet in the air. But if you have anything that helps you with saving throws to try and stay alive, or yeah,
Use your move to swim up, shoot her, and then sink.
You're right. Fuck her if I'm just gonna sink, not hurt her a little bit. How far is she?
so she would be 30 feet up and 30 feet or 45 feet over, so that means a net of 55, 60 feet. Because diagonals.
All right, I'm gonna swim to the surface as close as I can.
You
Get
can't-
within 60 feet.
You can't move. You're restrained.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna take that bath. Constitution say what?
You don't have any actions that help you with saving throws. Nothing.
No.
Bless.
All
nothing?
my spells. I don't have it memorized. I don't have it.
Constitution
ready,
saving
prepared,
throw. Go
whatever.
for it.
Let me die. Damn it.
All right. Well,
Jesus.
20
Let one thing go how I planned.
So what happens?
He doesn't turn into stone. So at the end of the next turn, petrified, a failure, ending the effect on a success. So you are no longer either at the end of
Nice.
What an asshole she is.
54 feet. How far she was.
Just
She won't
one
even
dis-
kill me.
Does Hack and Stone go at the end of the initiative then?
Goes after the Medusa, yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, though,
Shoot.
I will say that you did descend about 35 or 30 feet in your drop. What you start to realize with your... Well, you actually don't have dark vision, so you can't really see under the light. You can see up...
There's a light source in there.
Oh, there's a coin. So yeah, because the coin's been dropped in there and
Rock.
kind of closer to the bottom now, you see that there are about a dozen individuals who are standing on the bottom, covered with moss and like underwater, plant flora, and they appear to be petrified and locked down there. You do notice
That's
that
neat.
lots of them have chunks that have been removed from them as well.
Do I notice any of them, any pieces, parts that have not been petrified with them?
They're completely petrified. It looks like whatever was removed while it
Got
was
it.
in stone form.
Got it.
Yep. All right, so Medusa time. All right, you're not looking at me, right?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna slash you in the face.
Well, I'm looking at your feet. I'm not looking at your arms
Okay.
or anything.
I'll say that you have. I'll say that you have like your normal combat capabilities. That's fine. I'm just gonna attack you. Claw attack.
Okay.
Take 11 slashing.
No,
All right.
Try to follow the water.
I don't want to go in the water.
And then she
Oh, I guess, yeah, the healer is in the water.
advance.
What?
There ain't shit else I can do.
She's gonna grab and attempt to push off the edge. My guy.
Can't force move a dwarf.
That guy is way too tough.
She dumb.
Yeah.
She succeeds.
No.
No, bull. Mm-hmm.
Grabs a hold of
You
him.
didn't bring his A game today.
This game's rigged.
Pushes him off the ledge. Somebody roll 3d6 for me.
Got it.
Hugh Hackenstone doesn't take damage.
133.
You see him hit the wall and kind of fall into the water, and he's kind of laying there, like making noises, trying to swim with his one arm, trying to get to the wall, and grappling at it, and like having a hard time with it. On his turn, he's going to attempt to make an athletics check to gain purchase on the wall, and he fails. He's basically just floundering there, and it looks like most of the time his head is being, or his face is being kept underwater, as he's trying to keep afloat and keep on the wall. It looks like he's struggling pretty bad. All right, Rusk.
I'm going to get a rope and tie it to this and throw it over the edge down in the water.
That happens. It hits the water 20 feet or so, or 10 feet
okay.
or so.
I'm going to move up behind the statue, and then I'm still going to actually. Can I do another attack? I got 2 more javelins.
The action was tying the rope to the.
Okay, then I'll just stay behind for cover then.
Okay. All right. One eye.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Quick feet.
Apologies. Not that it's going to matter because you can just walk away from her, but she did advance after throwing the dwarf away. Basically, slash the dragonborn down, grab the dwarf and toss it off the edge, and then just slither on towards you. It looks like you're the real thing she wants to murder.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She wants to hate you.
I'm okay with it. If she kills all you guys, I need a new traveling companion. Here, my last first level spell.
Okay.
Tor, please. Yeah, that, and then I will just put my back here, and hopefully a big dragon guy gets in the way.
Hopefully.
That's it.
Tor, you're laying on the ground. You definitely hurt. Do you want to be a hero, or do you want to get back behind the steps in the step cosplay mode?
Stop that. I am a hero.
You're my hero.
You still got your broom, don't you?
Don't you have a second wind or
It's
something?
near me. Yeah. Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay. I will bonus action second wind,
Okay.
gaining 9.
Yep.
And then stand up in front of this cool lizard man that keeps getting me kind of. And breath weapon.
Okay. Saving throw, DC.
I'm looking for it. I don't remember where it is.
I fail. That's not a magical effect. Just give me the damage.
I can't find it on my sheet, and I don't know why.
Should be 2d6, I think.
Two d6 is 6.
Let me double check.
You're green, right? Green dragon.
Are you green?
I'm green. 8 plus con.
Oh, yeah, I don't take any damage.
2d6.
11 was the save.
Yeah, it was poison. I don't take any damage.
No, I knew that too. That's why I wasn't doing it earlier. I don't know why I did it now.
Okay. Yeah, she just kind of...
I close my eyes and throw up in her direction.
All right, Chorus.
Intimidation.
You, where are you swimming?
She's covered in it.
What's that?
Where are you swimming?
I'm climbing up the rope that
Okay.
that Rusk just set down.
As you grab a hold of the rope and start to pull up and get weight on it, the statue falls off of the edge and comes slamming down towards you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
They're not built to the floor, guys. They're just frozen in place.
Sure.
You
I crit
dodge the
succeeded.
statue, it falls into the water and kind of starts making its way to the bottom to join all of its friends. All right.
That's so good.
You still have your action. I would say that takes about half your movement. Just the trying to climb and falling and dodging.
So I still have my action.
Yeah, and 30 feet of movement.
Start to try to climb the wall.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
We got a guy drowning over there on the other side of the room.
Yeah, I don't do very well.
You fall back into the water and are
Yeah.
done. That's it. Your turn.
Yeah,
Evil consumed
I'm
action because it
I'm
was that
treading
bad.
water.
Zach.
Those rolls, a crit and a crit.
Do you want to swim over to help Hackenstone?
I want to try.
All right. Go ahead and make us athletics check, and you'll be able to make it to here if you dash.
23.
I'll even give you. I'll give you a free 5 feet. You make it to just within 5 feet of him.
Cool.
Because you rolled a crit.
So you can really hear his last breaths.
All right.
I got spare the dying. It's just gonna be really long and painful for him.
All right, Jeremy. I hate to do it to you, but make a Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw. Don't roll 1.
25.
Success. No problem.
God, I've just been crushing those today.
No, you would have had, because you're trying not to look at her, you would have had advantage for that too, so that's fine. But that'll be her.
Also, I just vomited on her.
That's fine. She's gonna go ahead and shoot you. Shoot you instead.
Of course she is.
Um,
This is for you, One Eye.
22 hit. Take 11.
Yep, because I'm not.
Yep, take 11. Still standing? Yep, I'll shoot you again.
No.
Alright, fall down.
No, Tor.
As,
You're also a lizard.
as Tor,
Toro!
as Tor
Throw
gets-
him over the edge. There's not shit I can do down here. I heard someone die.
Honestly, MVP if you do it. But it will be an action to throw a body off the ledge. That said, once she fires the second shot, she moves over atop the corpse and kind of stands in placement with you. Hold on.
Hot. I'll revive me now. That's where I want to be. This hot lizard action going on over here.
All that snake undercarriage.
That's weird.
It's very weird.
No, it won't let me.
She's a power bottom.
It won't let me put her above him. That's weird. All right, Chody. The statue you were hiding behind is gone now. If you want to throw
Neat.
javelins, you can.
I'm gonna try to run. You said that running and jumping.
5, 10, 15, 20. You can jump to the big rock and land on it, and that'll be
Okay.
30 feet of movement. 35 feet of
Okay.
movement. So you'll need what's your speed?
40.
Okay, so you still have 5 feet of movement once you hit there, so you can continue down. If you want to dash,
Okay.
5, 10, 15, you can actually get to her if you wanted to.
That's incredible.
Can that be a charge?
You are double moving, so it's 60 or 80 feet you're moving. If you have an ability that lets you take an action after doing that, yeah, but you don't, I don't think.
I don't think I do, man. But yeah, I'll get up there to at least
Rush over to
try to take some help from
Okay.
homeboy.
One
Ride or die.
One eye, it does look like her attention has changed to Rusk, if that helps you out.
Oh, that's great because I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing and running away from her and then trying to pincushion her until she
I really
dies.
wanted you to throw Tor off the cliff.
No.
That's
Or
fine.
embrace me. And
Russ
we
can
both
handle
fall off
that.
together.
For my own
19 to
standing-
hit.
Oh, John, can I rage? Can I rage? Please, rage.
As a bonus action, yeah, that's fine. Wait,
Sweet. All right, cool.
you raged outside, and you raged.
Right,
in here.
that was my last one because we had 3 because we had a rest. I raced outside. I raged in here. That's my last one for
You
the
get,
day.
okay, you get 3. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
You're raging. That's fine. That'll hit. Okay,
10 so far, and then another one
sure.
for 22
That'll hit.
or 7.
She's really wounded. Pretty bad.
Please heal her.
All right, Tor, death saving throw.
I don't wanna.
I'm sorry, buddy. You made the best decision. That's one failure.
Bad.
It's pretty bad. It could have been worse, but yeah.
If I push you into the water, you're gonna slam the water and then lose another death.
Yeah, but if Zach's on the
It would have
receiving
been
end,
less than half of my hit points. It couldn't have killed me.
yeah, if
That's
Tor's on
true.
And I'm ready with the heals, with the spare the dyings.
Yep. So, it does go to
It's a healing pit.
chorus. You are trying to climb on the other end. What would you like to? Do you want to keep trying that, or do you want to do?
No, I'm gonna dash over to where the
Hackenstone?
others are
And help Hackenstone.
if I can.
Yep. You're able to swim. You have a swim speed, so effectively he's holding
Yep.
on to you and not drowning.
Excellent.
And you would have had to have dashed, I think, because it's more than 30 feet to get over there. That's fine. All right.
Yep.
Zach, if I'll say that Tor's kind of like on the edge, so if you want to try and get a first level spell into him from 30 feet below, I mean,
It's a trick. It just likes killing me repeatedly.
you
Well,
can,
it's funny.
you can if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with a healing word. I think I'm down to 1.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be second to list. For 6 on tour.
Okay.
I've been here
Right.
before.
My guy. And I guess sort of swim out towards the middle, see if I can't see anything. And
Just barely.
can I see her?
Just barely.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna use my action Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Boom.
Failed?
Yeah.
So 2d12.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Damn it!
Not right.
Every time with those.
All right. As a bonus action, she'll disengage. And
Better bud.
move over to 1. No, she wouldn't do that. You are the biggest problem, but these two look like they're pretty close to dead. So as my action,
Yeah.
as my bonus action, I will petrifying gaze you. One eye.
Oh.
Does he have
Come on, girl.
advantage since he only has one eye?
No.
Yeah, and I've been flexing on her this whole time.
because he's been staring at her
Uh-oh.
hard on it. All right, you're restrained. On your next turn, if you fail your your saving throw, at the end of it, you will be petrified.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and then I will use my actions to attack. I'm going to smash Tor in the face. I have advantage because he's prone, but I miss. And then I'll smash Rusk in the face. That'll work.
Breaking nail.
It'll be 5 damage after the reduction.
And a boy, Chody.
I'm still good.
All right.
Way to
Chody,
retroactively rage, my man.
Right? Oh.
Chody, you're up.
All right.
Kill her.
Swing for the freaking fences, and I'm gonna bite her too afterwards.
Are you doing so? It doesn't matter.
Care-
Recklessly. It is always
Oh,
recklessly.
dear.
Oh, yeah, get her,
Look
girl.
at that.
Roll damage on the first one.
Okay, so
The second one misses.
that one's a crit for that one since it's reckless.
Yep, the second one missed. So how do you want to have this?
Get a
go?
bite.
I'm gonna like basically smash her head into the ground and just kind of just keep pushing as hard as I can into the ground.
You kind,
Oh,
you kind
no,
of,
we're not be able to Perseus.
you
Gonna
kind of
save that head, man.
You're
I
kind
know.
of running.
Sorry.
running.
Rage.
You rush over and you're like angry. You jump over. You land. You see Tor get slashed at, and then she slashes at you, and then you kind of just jump up into the air, spread your legs off to the side, and just throw the hammer down in between you, slamming straight into her head. The weight of it dropping down to both of you. Her snake tail flapping out behind her and kind of falling straight as her head slams into the stone and splatters. Snake tails kind of breaking off to the sides. Congrats.
Christ, that took a long time.
Yeah, she was
Who
right.
died?
So we are over on time. Do you want me to try and describe what might be here, or do you want me to do that for next session?
Can I just see if I get petrified in case I need to make a new character?
Yeah, let's
Let's do that first.
do the petrified thing and then put everything else in the next one.
Okay, go ahead and make your petrified saving throw.
Oh, I'm petrified. As I'm like, the stone is coming up, I'm just like, Dora!
All right. So as he does freeze in place, you will note that the bow kind of is loosely held in his hand. It does not become solid. And,
Also, the feathered ring on my finger wouldn't be solid either.
yeah, it looks like these are removable from the stone frame. But yeah,
I could use that.
I
Son
did
of a
so much, you
bitch.
know.
you did all of the work, to be completely 100.
You absolutely
You
Yeah.
did.
did. You're MVP.
You resisted that like 6 times.
Yeah.
Go
Do
get
some
me a-
research. He's not like dead.
Do you
Maybe
have,
that's been done.
If you have lesser restoration,
No.
that's
Greater restoration.
oh shit.
Would that would the blood of the thing help at all? I have a little flask of the bloody water.
You don't think so?
I got a lot on the end of my maul too.
You don't
No?
think so? No. And also, you don't have Arcana to know about that, like, or that being a thing even remotely.
I mean, it's just logic.
How much does the statue weigh?
One eye wasn't very large, so not terribly much.
We're taking it with us.
Okay.
Yeah, take him to curse the ball.
All right.
Please, bird wizards, save
He
this
is-
man.
So
He is the figurehead on this friendship.
we'll assume that everybody gets out through a slow, careful process of Chorus acting as kind of a launch pad for Hackenstone, Doral doing his best to stay afloat, and you guys putting ropes
flying
down to help him
balloon.
up. Then, if you search the area, are you wanting to search the area to see if there's anything that you're leaving behind, or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. When she dies, her tail leg becomes a pair of legs, and you note that she's wearing a pair of slippers. Her bow doesn't look magical, but it looks nice. And then back in the brambles, there appear to be 3 dead bodies that are not petrified, that appear to have very strange ornamentation and apparatus upon their bodies. One of them appears to be a blue-skinned individual of a race you've never seen before, bound inside of the branches and brambles. He wears strange gold. You think it's gold, but the metal is very different than gold would be. The strange apparatus on his body. The other one that's present appears to be a elephant man. with a strange green symbol tattooed on his head that appears to be like a tree symbol. His armor looks pretty nice, and it looks like he was wielding some sort of warhammer. The warhammer does appear to be magical.
Can I look
Baby.
at that?
And
It's some random bullshit.
the last individual that's dead in the trees appears to be a gnome with a cool set of goggles. Cool set of goggles.
So was the blue guy? Was that a like he? It was the gold thing was on his arm, right?
Actually, it looks like a huge apparatus that's attached to him. They have arm extremities. Yeah.
Ooh. Out of character. It's a Mizium apparatus.
Perhaps.
Dope. Dope as hell.
Cool. All right, I gotta get off.
Yeah, shut it down. I'm out.
I would like the Warhammer, but we can talk about it later. I
Yeah.
don't have to have it.
We'll go ahead and throw those
What
out.
weapon do you currently have?
Doral's probably inspecting it. I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. Thanks for watching.
Cool.